Hi there, this is my first video podcast. It's in regard to the 1010 initiative, which has been launched today. I did a blog post on it this morning. I'll link to you at the end of that. It's just hannahnicklin.com. If you go on that, it's the first thing there. Basically, 1010, pretty simple. Cut your emissions by 10% by the end of 2010. Hence 1010. They're 1010 UK on Twitter, and if you put 1010 into Google, there's a big thing in the Guardian again today, so if you just search for it, you'll find the information and sign up. Basically, we need to hit this 10% mark by the end of 2010, otherwise we have no hope of reducing our emissions in a way which will keep global warming under the safe 2-degree tipping point. We have no hope if we do not hit this 10%. And the thing about governments and all the political stuff that's going on, they will not act if they can't see that they will be supported in acting. If they can't see people saying this is what we want, they won't do it, because they exist to be re-elected. That's how governments work. They're not built to make long-term decisions. Policies are always short-term because they're not going to be here in 10, 15 years' time. It's not their concern. But this is our concern, this is our world, and this is why we need to say we are cutting our emissions by 10%. You need to do it too. That's the idea behind 1010. Now, my emissions, I used an online calculator on directgov.co.uk. My emissions are 3.53 tonnes per year. So I need to get that down to 3.17, roughly. There's maths for that on my website as well as links. So how to do that? Okay. I don't drive, and I've only flown in an aeroplane 3 times in my life. I am going to be living very close to where I'm studying, so practically biking everywhere. Transport is not something that I really can cut down on. The other thing you can look at is your house insulation, heating, that kind of thing. Well, the house that I'm moving into has photovoltaic panels. I'll be able to learn how to say that in one go one day. Photovoltaic panels. Didn't work that time either, did it? Solar heating, and it's a new build, so it's insulated to all the sort of standard regs that are around now. So that's going to be harder to cut down on as well. So what am I left with? My gadgets. I use a lot of gadgets. I have a lot of different computers and a billion plug sockets in every house that I've ever inhabited. And I have to say that quite often they're left on because, you don't want wires all over the place, so you shove them behind things or under the bed, that kind of thing. And it's hard to get to it, to turn off, to unplug the things that you're not using, that kind of thing. So I need to tackle that. You need to be realistic about your change, I think. I think to make a change stick, you need to be realistic. It's the crash dieting effect. There's no point in crash dieting on your carbon usage if it's going to make your life absolute hell. You're not going to stick to it. So be sensible. And the way that I'm going to deal with this, the way that I'm going to be sensible, is that I bought another gadget. It's not rocket science. It's really simple. It's remote controlled sockets. And although it's a tiny thing, it makes all the difference. I'm just going to demonstrate it to you actually, because we have one working in this room here. And this is how it works. Turn it off. Turn it on. Do you see? It's as simple as that. Now if you just leave this next to the door as you're going out, if you can just turn everything off, just like that, your TV isn't on standby, your clock radio isn't shining when it doesn't need to be, your computer is off, everything just off. Now that's going to save pretty much half your day. If you spend 7-8 hours at work a day, that's an awful lot of energy that you're going to save. Now I'm not going to say that this is going to change the world, because it won't. But if everyone did it, and I know that's the thing that everyone says, but everyone needs to work together. This is the only way we're going to get through this. If everyone did it, then it would make a massive difference. So, yeah, this is the beginning. I'll probably do a few more podcasts and any other useful gadgets that I find. I'm going to be looking at things that measure my electricity usage, that kind of thing. See if I can find a decent one. But this is the first buy. I'll put a link to it at the end of the video. And I do like this. Nice little thing here. I don't know if you can see it. Stand by. I don't know if that's positioned right, but there you go. So that's the first step that I'm taking. Have a look at my blog post. Sign up on 1010.